Today I'm going to show you my SIOP research folder. So this is going to be my title page. And then we're going to turn to page 2. And this is going to be our lesson preparation. So what we have here is our objectives and how they to make them student friendly. And then our higher order verbs. So here we have a list of those. We also have our labels. And these are for us to have meaningful activities that can be integrated into our lessons. And of course, we have this as a checklist for our lesson plans. On our next page, we have building background knowledge. And first, we have our bridge analogy, and that represents our ELL readers and our ESL students. And us as teachers need to have the correct content for our students' prior knowledge and our backgrounds for new content that we will be teaching. The strips right here, these will help us make those critical connections between our prior knowledge and new content. This will help us in that. And then, of course, we have our academic vocabulary and building our background. And the building background, this booklet will show us our strategies that we can use. Going from page 2 to 3, we must turn our booklet. And this is our comprehensive input. And these are just our reminders on mainly just speech. When teaching an ELL, just remember these and remember how to speak slowly. And these are techniques that we can incorporate in our lesson plan in order to have the content of the concepts clear for our ELL student. Now from page 3, we're going to open up our booklet, and that'll show us 4, 5, and 6. So first we're going to start with page 4, which is our strategies. And of course this has the verbal scaffolding technique in our ESL strategy packet, which has different strategies that we can use for our students. Now from page 4 to 5, we have interactions. Our first picture is showing us our frequent opportunities for interactions and used carefully planning on our grouping configurations. This also shows us that, of course, we have to provide enough time for students to respond and, of course, avoid interruptions. And also allow for additional time to complete tasks and, of course, be patient and understanding. And then we have our booklet of interactions, and this gives us some interactions, and, of course, our grouping. Of course, after our interactions and our grouping, we go on to practice and applications. And these hands represent interactive ways to incorporate activities in order to apply content and language knowledge. Then we go on to page 6. And our first part is going to be lesson delivery. And, of course, we have a lot of things that go into it to make sure the objectives need to be measured. Objectives need to be observed, and objectives, of course, need to be assessed. These are reminders of that both objectives are content and language. They need to be reviewed, displayed, and should be written in student-friendly manner, of course. And then, of course, you have the watches, the clocks. And these cutouts reminds us that we need to engage our students in academic learning, allocated subjects, and skill time. But most of the lesson time, 90 to 100%, should include engaged time where students are actively participating in the learning process. And of course, always pacing your lesson, because that is huge. We also have our interactive ways to engage your students in our lessons. So this kind of gives us different ways of think, parent, share, e-journal, wiki. Then we have review and assessment. And this is our informal and our formal assessing our students. And then we have the clouds and the oval, and they represent how you can review key vocabulary. Once we have finished page 6, we will be closing it, and then we will hit to page 7. So this is the back of our booklet, and this gives us our ELPs. So we have these different forms. There's learning strategies, listening, speaking, reading, and writing. After writing, we are going to have our ELPS, our ELPS TELPAS, and this is a great resource for ESL and bilingual teachers. And after our TELPAS, we have our effective questioning, and of course this is very helpful for our verb objectives. And our last item is our ELL Starter Kit. It's an excellent resource that we can use with our ELL students. And this is the last page, and that is our resource folder, SIOP. Thank you.